Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Welcome, Benzinga Nation. Today we're joined in the studio by Leonard Mazier, who is the CEO and founder of Citius Pharmaceuticals. We're here to discuss the company's value proposition, especially in light of the recent market attention and the upcoming catalyst. We'll dive into some specific aspects of these developments, but first, let's get a broader understanding of the company and the strategic direction. Leonard, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time for this interview. So let me give you an overview of the company. First of all, the first thing I want to say about the company is we, the founder, myself and the other co-founder of the company, Myron Lubiak, we have our own money invested in the company. So we've invested, I put in $22.5 million, and Myron has invested directly $4 million. That's direct, no stock options, nothing like that. So our interests are totally aligned with the shareholders of the company. We're a biopharma company. We have very late stage, more than late stage. We have one drug that's about to be approved, Lymphir. We have what's known as a PDUFA date or an approval date on the drug of August 13th. We're very excited about this. We're going to be launching the drug in the fourth quarter. And so consequently, we will go from no revenues to revenues. So we'll be a revenue producing company, but within the fourth quarter. Our other asset is Mino-Lok, which is an antibiotic lock solution for salvaging or sterilizing infected catheters. That one is completed a phase 3 trial. We had extremely positive statistics on it, a p-value of 0.0006, which is extremely positive. And we are preparing all the data for a meeting with the FDA to be able to secure what our next steps are with the agency on moving ahead with Mino-Lok.
You mentioned Lymphir, which I'll get to here in a minute, but you also, your company also had some impressive late-stage assets that have already been through the phase 3 with the FDA. Give me a quick insight on that, but their value to the market as well.
Okay, so with Lymphir, our plan is Lymphir is in a subsidiary called Citius Oncology, Inc. That subsidiary will be acquired shortly by 10x Kane. It's a Nasdaq listed SPAC. They've put a valuation on the asset of $675 million. They'll be issuing 67.5 million shares to us that will start to trade. The trading will begin before the drug is approved. So we're right around a corner from that as well. Those 67.5 million shares will be issued to us. The company will own somewhere around 90% or thereabouts of the shares, depending on who stays in and who doesn't stay in that SPAC. The reason we're doing it that way is because number one, we get a Nasdaq listing by having the SPAC acquire the asset, and at the same time, it'll enable us to do something that'll prevent dilution for the Citius Pharma shareholders. So the launch of Lymphir is going to take some funds, and those funds will be raised through Citius Oncology, Inc. and not Citius Pharmaceuticals, Inc. There'll be a benefit to the shareholders from that transaction.
Well, that's exciting stuff. Anytime I hear the words benefit to the shareholder, I know our viewers love hearing that as well. Can you give me a little bit more insight on the shares that Citius will be receiving in the transactions? I know you kind of briefly went over that.
Sure. So those shares will start trading. The benefit to the shareholders is that since we will be the approximately 90% owners of those shares, the financials will get consolidated within the reporting of Citius Pharmaceuticals as well. As I said, we'll have revenues. We believe that during the course of the first year on the market, that will be profitable. So all that will benefit the Citius shareholders as well. So there's a real benefit to Citius Pharmaceutical shareholders.
Love that. I know you mentioned that you'll kind of have that date whenever you're ready to announce it. We can talk about that more. Are there any other upcoming catalysts that we should know about?
So yes. So basically, Mino-Lok is is, as I said, we're assembling all the data now for the meeting with the FDA, and hopefully we'll have positive announcements come out of that meeting. But I can't predict that at this moment. But that's a catalyst coming up. The launch, for sure, is the launch of Lymphir is a very positive catalyst for all of us. We've been looking at this market, this cancer market for Lymphir, which is for cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. We've been looking at it for a good amount of time. We've identified where all the treaters are of the disease. We've identified where all the territories are going to be. We're working with a company called Eversana that's provided us with a lot of data. We know everything there is to know about our competitors. And the fact is that we'll be additive to the market once we're launched. We're not going to be taking market share away from anyone because of the way these drugs are used by oncologists. They go from one to the next. There's no order. There's only two other main principal competitors in the market for Lymphir. So all of it adds up to something really positive. The pricing on the drug is $300,000 for about a 6-week course of therapy.
Wow. You also have, I think the most fascinating part of what you kind of mentioned here today is the fact that you have 2 phase 3 technologies with major markets and upcoming catalysts in less than a month out is what I'm hearing.
Right. So everybody should also know that the market potential, market size for starting with Mino-Lok, Mino-Lok will be, once it's approved, will be the only one of its kind on the market. And as a result, we believe the market potential is about $2 billion, roughly, half here, half in the United States. Lymphir, again, it's a smaller market. There are only 3,000 patients throughout the United States, but the market potential there is somewhere around 300 to 400 million, and will be, as I said, additive to the market.
Well, looking forward to hearing about those milestones as you achieve them. Thank you so much, Leonard, for your time here today. I appreciate you sharing insights on Citius Pharmaceuticals and, of course, the future direction that it's headed. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it.